Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 22nd to the 28th. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it. In fact, we're going to go from April 22nd to the end of the month because those 2 days after the 28th are huge. So first things first, remember, we just came out of, you're going through some major changes. You're going through some big cycles. You've probably had some major changes happen in your life. We just came out of that new moon total solar eclipse in Aries. We just came out of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Wow. Big new paths opening up for you. You're on this new trajectory. I love what's happening for you, Sagittarius, and there's so much more great things to come. Now, this week we are actually, we're going to talk about a couple things also that will. The things you're going to love. Okay, things you're going to love. Now, Sagittarius, we're kicking off this week on Tuesday on April 23rd. Okay, April 23rd. Full moon in Scorpio. So if you saw my monthly forecast, you know this is a very emotionally driven full moon. All full moons are emotional, but this is in Scorpio, okay? So Scorpio has that intensity about it, and this is actually going to be pretty deep for you. And the reason I say that is because two reasons. One, this full moon in Scorpio is in your 12th house, okay? 12th house is the subconscious. It's, 12th house is very interesting. It's a lot of intuition. So you could find yourself being deeply intuitive this day too, because that's also a very highly, charged Scorpio trait, anything that falls under Scorpio. So you could find yourself really taking time to enroot things. You could feel very emotionally invested into anything that you may recognize as self-sabotage, because that's part of the 12th house, facing any fears that you may feel and conquering them. Now, full moons are culmination, so it's ending something here, all right? It's also, full moons illuminate, so something could come to mind around this time, from your subconscious to your conscious, you just being aware of it and just moving past it now. Okay, so while all these great new things, these new opportunities, paths are opening up for you, remember, this is a week of actual transitions into May, which is the best month of 2024. But with that said, with this full moon in Scorpio, some things are still ending, okay? Some things are still ending. Now, the other reason why you may feel this full moon in Scorpio on a deeper level is because we're officially in Taurus season, okay? So the sun's in Taurus, moon in Scorpio. They're both squaring Pluto in Aquarius, okay? So those are three fixed signs. There's just a little bit of wiggle room here. I'm actually filming this while Mercury's retrograde. Little bit of wiggle room. So this is definitely a time to really have that time to explore your emotions. Really go deep, okay? You may feel this full moon. It is one that is a turning point. It could be, you could feel a big shift around this time. Just be in touch with your emotions and your intuition around this time. Trust your gut around this time. With it being a full moon in Scorpio, there could be some matters around money around this time as well. Finances, investments, assets, things like that, okay? It's also, Scorpio, it does have that intensity. Intimacy is a big part of Scorpio as well, so there could be something about intimacy around this time for you as well. Just use this time to heal and to reflect. It is a pretty transformative one, okay? Pluto is being very naughty. And remember, we are coming out of the Sun square Pluto that just happened on Sunday, okay, April 22nd. So you may be feeling that. And there could be something here with communication because Pluto in Aquarius is in your third house, right? Mercury is still retrograde at this point. There are a lot of miscommunications that could be happening around this time, but you could still be feeling that squeeze. So really just trust your intuition. Trust your intuition around this time. Now, Thursday, well, great news. Mercury actually goes direct on Thursday. And so this is going to be April 25th. Mercury officially goes direct. Now, I call them the bookends. It's the day that Mercury goes retrograde and the day that it goes direct. those are really highly charged. So you still could have, some miscommunication here, some travel delays, things that happen with Mercury retrograde. But just know that this is definitely going to be it's finally going direct. There's going to be a lot of more clarity, a lot more conversations that make sense. It's going to be a great time. Remember, Mercury, even though it's going direct, it is still going to be in Aries, right? Until May 15th. And so a lot of thinking, a lot of logic, a lot of communication around love, relationships, pleasure, things that bring you pleasure, because remember, Aries it rules your fifth house of all of that. Children, family, self-expression, creativity, a big thing here. Creativity is a big thing here. All right. So you could definitely have a lot more. You could feel that things are finally falling into step around this time. Now, on Sunday, the April 28th, Mars will conjunct Neptune. This is a very interesting aspect. Okay. Conjunctions, remember, very highly charged aspects that are happening. Okay. This is very, very highly charged. Now, interesting one. Mars and Neptune couldn't be more dissimilar. Very dissimilar, and now they're getting together. It's like, if it's like a parent with a kid forcing their kid to hang out with another kid. They have absolutely nothing in common. It's like the goth kid and the jock, or whatever it is, but that's Mercury conjuncting Neptune. It is going to be very interesting. Now, when I say interesting, this is likely going to happen in something around home for you. Remember, they're still in Pisces. Pisces rules your fourth house, your domestic sector. So anything that could involve your home, family, children, parents, significant other. It could be real estate, right? Your domestic sector here. So with this aspect, use it to fuel your imagination and to even feel inspired. Use it to fuel your intuition as well. All right. Use that, because what Mars is doing, Mars is trying to draw that, illusion side of Neptune. Okay. And listen, Neptune is also being naughty. Okay. Neptune is, there could be that a little bit of deceptive energy around this time as well. Neptune is all about deception as well. It's even fantasy. So during this time, I want you to have a foot on the ground, because you could be highly imaginative, but to a point where it's like you believe that you're Snoopy, okay? And it's just, listen, you may be, but it's just one of those days where you could just be very imaginative. Just have a foot on the ground, have a foot in reality, because this is one of those days where it's just such an interesting aspect. You could get carried away in that, Snoopy vision for yourself. But just definitely use these energies to your advantage. We call it, Neptune has a fog about it. We call it the fog of Neptune. So it could be just really foggy around this time. So definitely remember, have your head above the clouds, not in the clouds. Now, on the 29th, April 29th, this is Monday now, and this is absolutely amazing. Venus moving into Taurus. Venus is at home in Taurus. Venus rules Taurus. So wow, this is going to be amazing, because Venus is going to be in Taurus for a couple of weeks now. This is all about love. This is all about comfort. And yes, this is all about money too. Taurus being a finance sign, Venus ruling money. So there could be a lot of focus around that. I want you to really, really prioritize yourself at this time. Venus in Taurus is really like, there's this kindness to it, kindness to others, but kindness to yourself. Okay. Venus also rules beauty. So it's a great time to get spa treatments, get a massage, really treat yourself, really, prioritize yourself around this time. This is an energy. It really is very magical. It's sensual energy too. All right. We're talking about Venus here. And also, when I say sensual, think about your senses. It's like all your senses heightened to feel the beauty all around you, to see all that beauty around you. It's such a beautiful placement. It really is like blessings and as well, and abundance. So I really, really love this. There is this sweetness to it, and even this, element of loyalty and commitment, all part of this, which I love. Now on the 30th, this is the day after. This is going to be April 30th. What day is that? That would be Tuesday. So this is when Venus squares Pluto. So again, very interesting. This is a time where you could feel that squeeze with power struggles, power tripping. Pluto's being naughty. They're both being naughty. But Venus is going to square Pluto. There could be some feeling of control around this time. Maybe it's, could be relationships related. We're talking about Venus here, but even still, Pluto in Aquarius is in your third house. So there could be something here with siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins. Remember, Sagittarius, you have a lot of family energy happening with y'all right now. Even travel, there could be something with travel, but just remember, this is a time where you just want to be cool. You just want to be cool, and you want to be able to use this energy to empower yourself. Remember, Pluto is still also empowerment. So use this to feel empowered, and just don't let anybody get your goat this day. Again, you could feel a little bit of a squeeze. And it is a good time. If you do find yourself not seeing eye to eye with someone, it's a good time to compromise. Remember, we're talking about Venus here, and Venus is all about diplomacy. All right. Now, on the same day, Mars will move into Aries. Absolutely amazing. Mars has been dying to get to Aries. Mars has been in Pisces, where he's just like, what is going on? So he's now in his home. Mars rules Aries. So not only do you have Venus in home in Taurus, you have Mars in its domicile in Aries. Absolutely amazing. They're going to overlap over May. Remember, May, the best month of 2024. It's going to be really great. Now, Mars and Aries, boom, boom, boom. Even vroom, vroom, vroom. I mean, this is, Mars in his, Ferrari, just in his happy place, okay? This is drive. This is passion. This is ambition. This is you feeling this energy until June. That's right. Mars will be in Aries until June. Mars will be in Aries until June, so you could feel very driven. I mean, honestly, just buckle up. You're going to feel things move really fast. And again, Aries rules your fifth house, so you're going to feel a lot of passion and drive in terms of things that bring you pleasure, in terms of love, in terms of relationships, and, family and children, and creativity, and even, romance. Sex is part of the fifth house. So this is just a highly charged aspect. It is definitely, you're going to be on a mission to get everything accomplished, go after your dreams. Really love this. So Sagittarius, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for April 22nd to the end of the month. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. And if you want to read for your moon and your Venus, those two, they're, as you know, we've got a full moon in Scorpio, and Venus is moving into Taurus and also very active this week. Okay. So, if you want more, insight in those areas of your life. So, if you know your birth charts, let's get started. Sagittarius, see what's going on for you for April 22nd to the end of the month. I don't think I took a breath that entire time, Sagittarius. I do a traditional cultic cross spread, really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Sagittarius, I love you. Thanks so much for being here. You get my nighttime. Reading. Wow, look at this. Okay. Yeah, you're really going to have that 12th house activity happen. But there is going to be something that we'll talk about it, but there is a sense of really, really, really trusting your intuition this week, but also having clarity too. And that's going to happen naturally once Mercury goes direct. But let's get started. You got the 8 of Cups. Okay. So you are moving forward from something. There's something, there is a sense of It seems like you made a big decision. You could have had a big decision already. You could be in the process of doing it. If not, you will do this week. I know I dropped these readings a little bit early, but you did get the Eight of Cups here, and it could have been something that it could have been something with family, something with home. There could have been some activity around there. Remember, well, this card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, right? So remember, Pisces rules your fourth house, so your domestic sector. Now, you also see the eclipse happening here. So coming after the eclipse, there could have been, some impact around that eclipse that you're still feeling. And then remember, we do have a full moon. We do have a full moon this week in Scorpio, and that will be in your 12th house. But even still, this is really great because it shows you're moving forward. And you could have had to make some decisions that may have been a little bittersweet, could have been very emotional for you, but it's still you finding your power to move forward, which is really great, leading you to the Queen of Swords in the heart of your spread. So very, very nice here. This is very, very nice. Now, Queen of Swords, this is someone who has a lot of clarity, who has her head above the clouds, quite literally, right? This is someone who is very honest with herself, faced all her truth, but this is someone where nobody can lie to her or be dishonest with her. She knows, trust me. She knows. She's all about fairness. Remember, I said diplomacy. And interestingly, Queen of Swords is Libra. Okay. So there is something there. There's something there. There could be something with a partner, with relationship. It could be career. Sure. It could be love, romance. I want you to ask yourself where it is, but it's you seeking that truth and being honest with yourself and being open and having these honest conversations. All right. This is also you being very headstrong this week, having a lot of power and authority, especially with communication and thinking and logic. This is going to happen for you. All right. But it is that fairness that's coming through the most. It's like, I'm not taking any more of this. I've got my head on my shoulders. I know what I want. I want to hear the truth, nothing but the truth. But I want fairness for all. It's not all about me. It's all about everyone else too. But you being that power and authority. So you may even find yourself in some situations where you're kind of like the mediator too. You did get the Six of Cups in your challenge area. And so the Six of Cups, very interesting because that card is actually attributed to Sun in Scorpio. So it is a Scorpio card. So there could be this week, you may find yourself really having that connection between your intuition and logic, right? There could be something there, but trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition and don't be hard on yourself. This is a card with two kids. There's so much freeness here. There's so much joy here. The other thing that's coming up is so keep that in mind. Like I said earlier, treat yourself kindly, be good to yourself, be good to others. This is a card of a lot of kindness, but there is a sense of you're walking away from something, moving forward for something that you know is better for yourself. You're moving into this new chapter in your life, new cycle in your life. Don't look back, okay? Don't look back. This card is highly associated with nostalgia, but in a good way, but it's in your challenge area during a week where Mercury is still retrograde the first half of the week, where you still maybe, there could be things from the past coming back and whatnot. But just remember, trust your intuition of all, but have that connection, have all of it, mind, body, spirit, all of it. Your body's sacred, your body's a temple, everything is connected. And when you have that connection, everything flows. Everything makes sense. Now, you also have the Ace of Pentacles in your crown. This is really great. The Ace of Pentacles you're definitely thinking of this new path. A lot of y'all are in this space where that could be something that's really fueling you this week. And it could have to do with finances and money. Remember, I said that full moon in Scorpio. There could be something with money there. Money matters there, especially, other people's money, shared resources. The interesting thing is, well, you have the Ten of Pentacles too. And so the interesting thing is that the day that Mars is going to conjunct Neptune, and again, that is on Sunday, Mars conjuncting Neptune. That day, the moon will be in Capricorn. Capricorn does rule your second house of like money, finances, salary, income, things like that. So there could be something that you may be thinking about around that time as well. But remember, that's that time to just have a foot on the ground, okay? Especially with Capricorn, there's this no nonsense feel with like moon in Capricorn, right? But Capricorn being an earth sign, being very grounded. Now, speaking of grounded, Pentacles are earthbound, very grounded, okay? So this is again having that link between everything, mind, body, spirit, but especially the intellect, logic, thinking, and your intuitive side, your trusting your inner voice, your higher self, all of that. Now, Ace of Pentacles with a 10 of Pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. So there is a sense of definitely something new that you're looking for now. There's definitely something new, and it could have already happened for you. Again, there could be this new path that's already happened for you, and it's opened up doors and things are rooting up for you now. Okay. So this is really nice. If not, you are definitely going to be thinking about it. It is something that may be on your mind because there is this sense of taking care of others. There could be this sense of really also the fact that you do have Uranus, Jupiter, you've got Venus, the sun, all in your sixth house, everyday activities. There is a sense of like maybe even a shift that's happening in your physical world, your physical realm. And then remember also you have a lot of family energy happening too. And you see the 3 generations of family at play here. So there is still something there. It feels like there is going to be some movement or even some closure in some way. The other thing is this is like you see it's raining pentacles in the form of the tree of life. All right. So this is also like appreciating everything in your physical reality. A lot of inheritance energy is associated with this. Remember, I said that is going to be quite strong with the full moon in Scorpio. There could be news around that time. Even secrets is a thing that comes out around full moons and Scorpios, by the way. FYI. And it could even be you, like, revealing something or whatnot. But you see the harvest here. Again, the 3 generations of family. You see how big the castle is. This is really, this is like prosperity, success. So yeah, you're definitely looking forward to that. And it could be some like motivation for you. It could be something that you're feeling. Again, there's a sense of next step that's coming up, this like the next chapter, especially with the Ace of Pentacles in your crown. So keep that in mind. I'll like visualize it, visualize what you want. All right. And really plan out what you want with your next steps moving forward. Okay. Very, very much so plan it out because you do have the 8 of Swords in your future. Now, when I said earlier something about partnerships and relationships, you just got the Queen of Swords with the 8 of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords, as I explained earlier, Libra, native ruler of partnerships and relationships. 8 of Swords, attributed to Gemini. Gemini rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So there could be something there for some of y'all. Okay, Sagittarius, something there where, remember how I said this full moon in Scorpio in your 12th house. 12th house is the subconscious, right? What is the subconscious? It's where we store our memories. And that includes low energy frequencies like fear and distress and, stress and anxiety and things like that. Now, it's also, as I explained, the 12th house is also self-sabotage energy and even like having to face your fears. Now you have the 8 of Swords, which is the self-victim card is what we call it. So she put herself here, blindfolded, bound, surrounded by swords, doesn't want to face the truth. So it's almost like there's this shift that's already happening this week with the Queen of Swords in the heart of your spread. Someone who is facing all the truth. And now there's this sense of backtracking. Okay. So remember, use any of these, first of all, the squares, use them. Okay. To feel empowered. These Pluto squares, let me remind you, are in Aquarius in your 3rd house of communication. All right. And so keep that in mind. I want you to be very communicative too. Okay. I want you to be very communicative. And the reason I bring that up is because, like I said, this is a Gemini card. Gemini is a native ruler for the 3rd house. In any case, this is there could be something where it's hard for you to face the truth or even hear some truth that comes up. But the biggest thing of all is being honest with yourself. That's what's going to make the biggest difference here. Okay. That's what's going to help you. And in order to be honest with yourself, you really have to be in touch with your intuitive side as well. All right. So I'll do a clarifier for you, Sagittarius. All right. A Sagittaro is, I'll do a couple. Okay. So you got the Five of Pentacles, you got the Page of Cups. This is really great with the Ace of Pentacles, but it is the Five of Pentacles here where it's coming out of the the Eight of Swords, or clarifying the Eight of Swords. So yeah, it could be something regarding money, wealth, something in your physical world. Again, with these two pentacles here, and in your crown and the root of your spread, something with finances, definitely. Okay, there could be a sense like, if you're not communicative, if you're not being honest with yourself, if you're not facing, fears that you have to face, like any challenges, you have to take them head on. Okay, to the point where you're comfortable taking that blindfold off. Okay, you do see her feet, right? Her feet are free. She can walk out anytime she wants. Remember, we call it the self-victim card, whatever, but it's Five of Pentacles following it. Okay, so it's going to be hard if you don't face your truths, okay? If you're not honest with yourself. And remember, with Mars conjuncting Neptune, there's that sense of deception at play. And it could even be, being honest about someone in your life, maybe even family, someone that may be holding you back in some sense. But explore that. Remember, it's a time to really go deep and explore your intuition and your emotions this week, okay? Now, you do all that, you got the Page of Cups, you got something new coming through. So it really is going to be a week that requires you to really, really be, again, honest with yourself of anything that's happening, any circumstance that you're in, okay? Being honest with yourself, all right? And being strong, authoritative, really, the Queen of Swords leads with her head, not her heart, okay? So having that great judgment, right? Not letting her emotions cloud her judgment, but having that connection with your judgment, your intuition, your logic, your intuition, just put all together. It's a perfect formula for you to have the Page of Cups, which is you following your bliss for something new coming through. Pages are also messengers. There could be some great messages coming through, but if you're bound in the swords, and this card, is, we say these two people are like just so focused on their plight, they kind of like refuse to see that there is this church that they're literally outside of, where there's all this support and all this light. So it's up to you to have that, okay? To have that moment, to even like break free, right? To break free, and do a lot of like accepting, okay? Including self-love here, all right? Including self-love here. Now, and then these messages are just gonna boom, like, yum, and you'll be able to he's so spirited and creative and imaginative and very intuitive to the Page of Cups, but it really is something new that's opening up for you. Now let's get to your stuff. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. This is a tricky week. I mean, this full moon in Scorpio is emotional. It's very emotional, and the Mars conjuncting Neptune is interesting. It's interesting. And then we also have that square. But anyway, Sagittarius, I love y'all. I love y'all. Let's get, okay. So yeah, you, definitely are, you're going to have to face it's almost like you're going to have, like I said earlier, that freeness. There's something that you may be going, what is the word? I don't want to say I just want you to be in touch with your emotional side, your intuitive side, but the whole package, like I said earlier, the whole package, spiritual side, your everything. Now, you got the Six of Wands, okay? So this is really great. You are looking for, it's almost like, I want you to just keep going, right? This, one thing about this card is this is a procession, okay? It's a procession. That horse is going. It's a parade. So there's movement in this card. So keep going, because everything, it's a six. Sixes is all about harmony. And this is things harmonizing for you now. All right. So don't hold yourself back. don't hold yourself back this week. Be honest with yourself, face your truth. You're going to be fine. You got the Three of Cups, okay? So look at all the support around you, all right? So if you feel like you need to reach out for support, or even just having a phone call, or or even a hug, right? I think I've said this before, like, just getting a hug raises your oxytocin levels. Like, this is so nice, and this is cause for celebration. So there is something new waiting for you. Three of Cups in your external factors area. This is absolutely amazing. Okay. And so there really could be something that there could be some healing. If you have any siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, remember Pluto and Aquarius being in your third house, that's all part of that. So there could be some sort of healing, or, finally seeing eye to eye if you're not seeing eye to eye with any of them. But this is, again, three sisters toasting each other. This is a feel-good card, but it's just indicating to me that you do have this squad. You have this huge support system, and there's so much to celebrate on the other side once you walk out of this, prison of swords. Now, Nine of Pentacles, again, there is definitely something here with like money matters, okay? With all these pentacles here. So Nine of Pentacles, absolutely amazing. Sense of like independence with this card. You see the pentacles stacked up by her. She's standing pretty in her garden. She's got the symbol of Venus all over her. This is beautiful. This is really amazing. So this is what I want you to have. This is what I want you to have. This sense of not having to worry about money, okay? That really could be something that you are in your head about, but there is something where I want you to just continue to move forward, being very confident, feeling very empowered, and being very in touch with your intuitive side, everything that I said earlier, okay? Because you can have anything you want. You got to put that energy out there. You have to put that energy out there. But there is definitely going to be money matters. Could be a thing for you this week, okay? Could be a thing for you this week. But again, remember, cause for celebration here. And, it's really interesting, because, okay, I'm going to show you something. So you got the Devil. All right. So interesting. When I look at what's happening here, Three of Cups, it's a Cancer card. The Devil, it's a Capricorn card. Okay. Now it's in external factors, your final outcome. All right. So, wow. Cancer rules your 8th house, okay? Shared resources, inheritance, investments. Remember, you already have a lot of that energy here. There could be something there that you could celebrate now, all right? Now, Capricorn rules your 2nd house, income, money, as, I mentioned earlier. So very interesting, but there is something here with the Devil. Again, something that you may have to face now, okay? You may have to face, because it's something that's draining you. It's draining you. The Devil is this draining energy. So identify what it is. It could be something that's very toxic. It could be a toxic partnership, relationship, toxic boss, toxic work environment. It could be something that you're doing to yourself where you're like, okay, I know I've got to stop this. Remember, this full moon in Scorpio in your 12th house, the subconscious, very, very deep, that self-sabotage energy, okay? Devil is confirming that here. You even see the two people chain of the Devil here. Well, here's the thing. Like, it's the two people from the Lovers card, right? Which is really about choices. It's really about choices. So I really, really want you to think about this. You have this choice to break free from these chains the same way you have this choice to walk free from this prison of swords. So it takes that, remember, trusting your intuition and that feeling of empowerment, of confidence, okay? I want you to have that this week so you don't have to feel drained, or you don't have to go to things that are not going to serve you well. The Devil represents everything you think the Devil would represent, like addictions, bad behavior, vices, even pessimistic thinking, okay, which is very possible here with the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, or sorry, 5 of Pentacles, okay? So remember what I said, vibrate at a higher frequency. be in touch with your superconscious. Okay, be in touch with your superconscious. Know that everything's going to work out for you, and you've got this whole support system. You've got this clarity, but with all these pentacles, it definitely could be something around finances, or again, something in your physical world. But Sagittarius, let's. Oh gosh, I'll do one clarifier for you. I'll do another one for you. You and your again. Okay, so there. Something is going to be hard for you to leave, or with this full moon in Scorpio, remember I said it's culmination, something's coming to an end. Something could be really hard for you to it's almost like admit that it's happening or let it go. Okay, remember I said you don't want to look back to the past. Remember, you already got the 8 of Cups here, moving forward. Now he's looking back to the past. He's looking back at the spilled cups, 2 full cups behind him. So it's your choice. You have to, there's hope in every card, by the way. And so don't let your past dictate your present. Don't let your past dictate your future. There may be something here that could be challenging for you. But again, here with the same thing in your final outcome, once you remove yourself from that energy that's draining, once you can move forward, you're good. You have the Ace of Wands. Something new is on the other side for you. So again, it's full moon in Scorpios can be intense. They can be deep. The fact that it's in your 12th house, which is the subconscious, there's almost that extra layer. So just remember, try to avoid any of that self-sabotage energy. Try to avoid feeling anything where it is, deep in low energy frequencies. You're going to be fine if you can move forward, if you can keep moving forward, but identify what it may be that could be holding you back. Okay. Ace of Wands, again, new opportunities, new beginnings, new potential here, new cycle here. I mean, you see the leaves sprouting from the wand. I mean, they're going to sprout. All right. Wand's all about your passions, ideas, even career. If you're here for career with all these pentacles, I'm not surprised that there could be something here. And so, I mean, a great example here is like, if there is, you're in a work environment that is not great for you, and maybe you got let go, and that's really hard for you. If you're stuck in that energy of like feeling bad for yourself, it's going to be hard for you to let this new thing through. Something's got to end for all this new abundance to come through. Okay. You and your 2 aces too. Come on. All right. Sagittarius, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me, talk to me. We do May. Okay. Next week we do May. You are moving. You already see this here. Page of Cups with the Ace of Wands, with the 3 of Cups. Come on. May is the best month of 2024, and you're going to feel it, and you're moving in that direction. Thanks so much, Sagittarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.